Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at a pretty extensive Bath & Body Works trash talk. Ben and I have burned through a lot of candles. Ben has had apparently very dry skin, so we have a lot of body care items. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we'll start with the two body creams that Ben has finished off. He finished off Midnight, which, I mean, really got every last drop. He doesn't cut them open the way I do. And then he also finished off Forest. I really liked the Forest scent. It definitely had a slightly more distinctive pine or balsam fir type of note in it. I really wish that maybe I could have gotten this in a couple more scents for him, or a couple more products in this scent for him, so that way he could have had it a bit longer, because he wiped through this one really fast and I kind of am missing that scent. The semi-annual sale has already passed, so we're definitely not going to get any anytime soon, and he has other body creams, but he is just living his most moisturized life, and it's great. I also finished off a body cream. This was in my Project Use It Up for 2021. It's the Aromatherapy Love Rose Vanilla Body Cream. You guys, apparently Bath & Body Works got their act together, and this scent is making a comeback in different packaging. And there were some people that I saw on an Instagram post that were like, oh, the packaging's so ugly. Do not care. I don't care what the packaging looks like. I just want the scent encased inside. I really, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that it is the exact same scent. I'm a little bit leery. I'm not 100% confident that it will be, because it just feels weird to me that they would pull this and then repackage it so soon. I don't know, I'm a little bit surprised by that, unless of course there was a big enough uproar, as there should have been. But this scent is magical. I really enjoyed this, and I'm very happy to have gotten full use out of it so shortly after buying it. Like, that's going to be a thing for me for a while that I'm not accustomed to, because I have for a long time, like at least I'd say the last 4 years, been working on a constantly like older stuff, and it was just so nice to work on something that I had purchased not that long ago. There is one shower gel that we have that comes from Ben. It's the Midnight 2-in-1 hair and body wash travel size. I had pulled this for him to use because after Christmas, I was reorganizing the hoarding closet. He had gotten a bunch of body creams for Christmas, and so I was doing some reorganizing, and this was sort of not fitting. So I figured I would just give it to him to use up. The scent was really strong. I have to say, sometimes coupling up his use of Bath & Body Works shower gels with their body creams or lotions can be a really intense sensory experience. So if you're somebody who's sensitive to scents, or your man is sensitive to scents, I maybe wouldn't recommend the men's line, because it's very perfume and heavily fragrance. Like, Ben doesn't need to wear cologne when he has this stuff on, because he already has enough scent coming off of his body. So I definitely would say the Midnight shower gel with the body cream was a little bit much. He didn't need both at the same time. I prefer when more scents mix, but that was just me. Happy he did finish it off though. We have two hand soaps that we've polished off. The first is Blackberries and Basil. This is a very yummy scent. I really appreciate the like raspberry notes that Bath & Body Works works with. It just was a very pleasant, refreshing scent. You know, it came out in the fall, but I feel like it's one of those scents that I could have used any time of year. I really would just love to get more blackberry scents in my life. I have a black raspberry and vanilla shower gel, and I feel like after working with this hand soap, I've really been craving wanting to pull that shower gel out and use it. The other one that we have is Autumn Rainfall. This is just sort of like a classic cologne autumn type of scent. Nothing that I was super into. I put it in our downstairs bathroom, which is the bathroom I use least, but just happy that I worked through two hand soaps. I really thought moving into this house and having two bathrooms and a kitchen that I would be blowing through hand soap, but I'm not as much. I don't know why that is. Maybe because we have so many places now to wash our hands, whereas before in our apartment, I really only washed my hands in the bathroom. That it is moving the product a little bit slower, but both of these scents were decent. I do like their hand soaps, and I will keep purchasing them. Okay, so now we come to candles. I have 6 candles to talk about. I can't remember the last time we had this many Bath & Body Works specific candles to chat about. I can at least say that I appreciate the fact that I didn't have a large candle hoard before Candle Day, because once I did make my Candle Day purchase, which was considerably larger in recent months for candle buying for me, I have really been able to just immediately burn through them, and that's a bulk of what I have here. So the first one that I have is Cookies and Cream Milkshake. So this one, don't feel like it's that different from hot cocoa and cream. It kind of just has a bit more of a like milky cream type of scent to it, but when it's lit, it's not that different. It just doesn't come across as intensely chocolatey. I'm not saying that means this isn't a powerful candle, but it definitely to me wasn't something where I was like, oh my God, I have to have this over hot cocoa and cream. I think if you're somebody who likes chocolatey scents, either one of these will do. I don't think you need to go shell out big bucks on, Mercari to get this candle if it's now ridiculously priced. I think you can be just content with hot cocoa and cream. It was a pretty sooty burning candle. I'm not super in love with how it burned, but it did get me down to this point, which is pretty good. I was considering exchanging the other one that I have for a pink lilac and vanilla, I think it was. I'm totally blanking on what that name is, but it came back as another candle again. But I don't have any more hot cocoa and cream, so I figured like I may as well just keep this. I like the scent enough, and I don't have any more chocolatey scents beyond the duplicate one of this. So I am gonna hold on to the second one that I have, but I just don't think this is a hoard-worthy, super hype, need this in your life type of candle. While we're talking about chocolate scents, I do have the hot cocoa and cream that I purchased. No, this did not do well for me at all. I'd say at about this point, we got puny wicks, so the last like third of it. And puny wicks to me isn't always terrible. Like the candle can still do okay, but then it just started to extinguish itself and just wasn't going well, and it was sooty. I'm definitely bummed to see that happened, because normally hot cocoa and cream is an easy, always performs well for me type of candle. So I'm kind of happy I don't have a second one of this. And like I said, I'll just burn my other cookies and cream one that I have and probably be set for the at least winter months of any chocolate necessity that I'm craving. Then I come to chocolate grams. So I, on my candle day haul, had some people say to me like, oh no, this candle's actually really good, because on cold, after getting it back at my house, I wasn't quite sure I was convinced enough to want to keep it. And I have to say, at first, this candle really was awesome. I ended up really liking the scent of it. I thought it was a really delicious, yummy scent. But sadly, we had some issues with her. Like you'll see, I've got about this much wax left in here, and it's because the scent just got really icky and gross. The performance, like it was burning fine, but all of a sudden it just took a left turn and just started smelling really nasty, and I couldn't stomach it anymore. So I decided to just extinguish it and call it a day. Definitely not something that I would repurchase, because if I can't, this is what's so frustrating. I have one candle where I like the scent of it, but the wicks are awful. And then I have this candle where I like the scent of it, but then the wicks are fine, and then all of a sudden it turns and smells disgusting. Like, I don't know what that is, but that's just so annoying. And this sort of feels like par for the course with Bath & Body Works. Like I tend to get a decent one, but maybe it's really sooty. Like I just don't feel like their performance is consistent enough anymore, which is kind of why I was able to justify for so long not buying their candles. And I've been really content with wax. So I think I might end up going back more towards wax. Like this kind of reminded me that even though I really do love Bath & Body Works candles, I don't want to chop them up and turn them into wax melts. That's just such a pain in the butt. And in the end, like their candles are so hit and miss. All right, another one that we have to talk about is peppermint sugar cookie. Okay, first off, look at how dirty of a burn this is. I can't. I also will say, I liked this scent a lot better on cold than I did when it was actually lit. I don't know what it was. I feel like the peppermint and the sugar cookie didn't gel. Like they weren't a cohesive scent, and I felt like the sugar cookie kind of was like a murky type of sugar cookie smell. So it wasn't giving me like a minty cookie scent that I wanted. Not like a chocolate minty cookie, but I wanted basically like a bakery, flaky bakery piece mixed in with peppermint, and that's just not what I got. So, it burned all the way down. It was a sooty burn, but I just didn't love the scent of it. Okay, now we can talk about, I guess, the two most positive candles that I have from this pocket of 6. The first one is Winter. So I didn't buy this during Candle Day. My girlfriend gave this to me for Christmas, and I haven't had a winter candle in a really long time. I just recall that with winter, it is almost a headache inducing candle for me. The different types of the spices in this candle can be really, really strong. And so I haven't had it in a while. I haven't really been craving it, but when she gave it to me, I figured like, all right, well, I'll see. It is still a very spicy type of candle scent. I do like it, but by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, all right, like I really feel like it's so powerful. This filled up our entire, first floor entirely from our kitchen. It burned pretty decently, like it went all the way down and then it wouldn't light anymore, and it wasn't too sooty. It left some squidgy marks, but it's good to know that even though I haven't had this candle in a few years, the intensity of it has remained. They haven't watered it down, which is something that Bath & Body Works can do from time to time. So nice to have it. Probably won't need it for a few more years. It's kind of like every once in a while I'll do a winter candle. The last one that we have is Banana Walnut Muffin. Guys, this candle was magical. Smelled so good. So yummy when I was burning it. It wasn't really sooty. It left some squidgy marks, like it burned all the way down. Why can't all candles be as good as this one? I'm actually kind of sad I don't have another one of these. Like I definitely will say on Candle Day, I had been eyeing for this collection. It was the only collection that was sort of somewhat tempting. Not all the scents, but there were a few scents in there that I was interested in trying. I am glad that I got my hands on this and it did perform really well. I just wish I didn't go through it so fast. So I don't know. All right, guys, that is it. A really big Bath & Body Works trash talk. The candle portion was just kind of out of control. I am on the other end of number of candles that I have left, so I don't think you'll see as many candles. You won't be seeing 6 at a time in future Bath & Body Works trash talks, but it has been exciting to use products right away after buying them, and I especially feel the satisfaction of that with the candles, despite them not all being the best performers. But I hope that you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on all of these products, and I'll talk to you in the next video real soon.